everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have Terry on again. Terry, you did a very good job on delivering today. So we have a lot of news to talk about. Big news release that you guys released today. So Terry, do you want to just talk about it?
Certainly, yeah, Landon. Thank you again for your invitation. Yes, yeah, we're very excited about this release. As you and your sort of followers part of the Greenbank strategy is to invest in a range of different exciting opportunities, and some of those are more focused on sort of the unicorn style sort of opportunity, and others are in the substantial side with sort of real asset management and property. But with NARC, this is something that once you truly understand the people behind this business, the quality of those people, and actually the sort of, how can I explain it, just the very few people in the world that can actually deliver what they're trying to deliver. It's at that point you start to get excited. And I was very kindly introduced to Toti, Stefan and the team out in Malta. And just as little ago as this morning, I had the great pleasure of meeting Chris Deering, who's actually received a BAFTA for his services to the actual gaming world. So this is the level of people that we're dealing with, in terms of the people behind this business and the people that have been growing this business from the initial idea and creative through to where it is today. So for us to be able to get involved in it, we're yes, incredibly excited, and it's been a huge learning curve for me, because it's not something I'm comfortable with. Frankly, the last game I played was Space Invaders, which Landon, you wasn't born when Space Invaders was out there. So truly, it's sort of not my personal sweet spot, but invested heavily in time, been out to meet the whole team in Malta at the sort of their sort of secret location, and really it's at that point, after being introduced to the people behind it in person, then going out and meeting a group of exceptionally talented, creative people, technical people that have got backgrounds in still some of the biggest games that the world has ever seen. And Chris Deering was behind PlayStation and president of Sony Europe. So yeah, obviously very excited to be involved.
Yeah, no, so those are some very well-backed individuals who are part of this company. And just looking at the history in the news release, I believe that they had built up a company and sold it at 492 million or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, that was all about Eve, or about Eve. Sorry, Eve Online. Apologies. That was a business that was a long playing MMO, and that's still going, and that's grossed over $1 billion. And that was a business that effectively the creators of NARC and Beyond Ever After, which is the actual game within the business. Eve was a business that Toti actually was one of the original founders of and creators of. And it's what I learned really, Landon, was that these games, these metaverse games, that are coming forward, you have to understand the detail that go into them. We've seen the sort of short-term sort of games now with the research that we've done, and then you look at the sort of the potential of games that offer, the sort of literally the sort of the future of humanity type opportunities, because these are games where you'll actually be able to earn money in. And with the advent of where sort of AI is going, what we're looking at here is a genuine parallel universe game where people can spend money, they can enter for free, they can earn money, and they have a future in that game that we believe is going to be 20-30 years, not 20-30 months. And that's the difference. And that's why the runway of this type of game, personally, I had to be educated on, because I didn't understand it, but once we done the research, once we met the people, not just the sort of the principles of the business, but the talent in the team that's out there now, literally the artists that they are, not just graphical, but also technical, and obviously logistical. We just got really, really excited, and we're very pleased to be involved at this stage, because the next stage, I believe, is when it gets really exciting going forward.
And how far along is the game?
The game is a little bit like the analogy I can give you. Is you really need to deliver and create the DNA of a game like this. And that DNA, and I won't necessarily do this justice as the guys, but the best I can explain it is, the DNA is that infrastructure. It's a bit like any form of development. You've got to get the infrastructure right, because we're talking about a global game. We're talking about a game that to actually be not just delivered in a way that will creatively inspire people to want to, be involved in the game. You also have to have, the backup, something that has got that impetuity, it's got that ability to keep going, almost with AI background. And obviously all of those, so the machinations of that side of things are really detailed. So to answer your question in detail, the sort of the runway over the next sort of year or so, is to get to a point whereby, there effectively would be, a situation where one would be able to demonstrate the game, and one would be able to, look at the game, to be able to then get the feedback, to then be able to deliver to the next stage of going to market.
And what does this deal bring in value-wise to Greenbank, and what could the potential revenue from this generate? There's so much I can share with you at this point, and you'll appreciate that, given the details of the LOI that we've committed to. But what one must also do is be, very very modest in terms of forecasts. The reality is that what I can tell you is that we do not believe that there is any reason why this game, and in fact one of Chris's comments is you don't get a better track record than Chris. One of Chris's comments is he believes that this could be the highest grossing game ever. So that is a quote from Chris, and at the end of the day, that's got to mean more to people than my view on it and me getting my spreadsheets out. I assure you the spreadsheets look incredibly attractive and positive, but there's a lot of work to do. But ultimately, once we get to past this sort of next stage of being able to represent the game at the appropriate point, because obviously there's competitive edge that is kept by having sort of a lot of the work not revealed at this point. So yeah, we don't see any limitation for the upsides, but predominantly because of the team behind it. They've been there and done it before. This is not just a startup. These are people that have got an impeccable track record on many levels. And how would people be able to play this game? Is it something that you can just play on like Xbox or PlayStation, or how would that work?
Yeah, it would be multi-played, Landon. It would be on your phone, it would be on your on your laptop, and it would be on, as you say, the devices. But the other part of it is the virtual reality sort of headset part of it. Yeah. I experienced that can't travel at the moment, and that's why I can't do it justice with the excitement that I have for it, because I have been to the location and I have had the headset on and I have experienced this. it's just surreal. And especially for me, because I haven't been involved in, in gaming before, I didn't realize this existed. You add the real money earning, you add the degree of artistry that's going in there, and frankly the lack of compromising regarding the quality of the parallel universe, the sort of the whole arena that the game is being played in, with the range of characters, the touch, the smell, the feel, every part of the artistry graphically, is down to an artist level. It's only then that you can really get to appreciate it.
Wow, that's crazy. And even just to touch on for being the #1 multiplayer game, like that's even, like, you're talking about like ahead of Fortnite, and Fortnite's revenue and income has been unbelievable. So if we're talking about a game that would be even higher than that, then that would just be unbelievable.
Yeah, well, these guys have had the foresight, but they're not, as I said before, I don't want to repeat myself, they are absolutely not prepared. These people are striking individuals, and they're creative individuals, and they will not be corralled down a way of just delivering on behalf of an investor. That's not the way it works for these people. So the timing of us getting involved, is key. We hope and we believe that we can support and help the growth, the strategy, and in any way that's possible. The delivery of representing this opportunity, in a way that is able to deliver how it should be delivered. Not just a race for the post, something that has got a 20-year plus life cycle, which these guys have delivered before, is something that's obviously got to take time in gestation. And that's what they're doing. They're uncompromising on that note. So yeah, we're there to support them and help where we can.
And for anyone who hasn't been able to look at the news release, Terry, do you want to just explain what the possibility is for you guys to have an investment in NARC and what that stake would look like?
Sure, yeah. We've been talking and supporting NARC over the most recent few months, we've been developing the sort of conversations with them to where we could see ourselves fitting together as individuals, because as you know, Landon, with the people that we invest our shareholders' money with, we like to be able to work with the principals, work with the vendors as best as we can, not to get under their feet. They know their business better than we do, but it's just a case of having the synergy. Are we the right people to support a particular type of business? Over the last few months, we've been investing money on a monthly basis, and we're committed to an initial £525,000 into that business, and we've paid a lump of that already. What the guys have given us for that opportunity is also the ability to further support them to go forward. And again, we would end up with, if we took up that opportunity, we would end up with potentially over 20% of the share capital. So there's a big opportunity there. There is work to do, and that's on both sides. As I said, if the guys want to work closely with us, they can, and if not, we won't stand in their way. If there's a strategic investor that comes in that's a better help for them, then that's good as well. That's the way that we work. It's got to be good for both parties, but the opportunity for us is there. We're already working together in a sort of a stand back, but supportive way. I hope they would agree. Yeah, the future is as far as we want to sort of see it go with them.
And for buying any more of NARC, what would that look like on a price standpoint? Has it already been locked in, or would it be a price that would be valued later on when you guys decided if you guys wanted to buy more?
Yeah, we have agreed a price. I can't give you the specific detail of that, but yes is the answer. We have agreed a range of price in advance.
Okay. Wow. Well, thanks so much, Terry. Thanks for coming on, and it was great to talk with you. And this is some very, very exciting news, and I look forward to hearing more about it.
No, thank you, Landon. And yeah, we really think that this investment in the stable of the other investments we have, with Freeway, with Codeco, with Delivery, along with asset management and property, Gatwick. We've got a mining release that's come out today as well. That mining release is a real good one for us as well. So yeah, no, we're excited, and we're hoping that the hard work's going to pay off for all of the shareholders and the people that have supported us. So yeah, thank you again for the opportunity.
Is the plan still to get on NASDAQ this year?
Our plan is absolutely to get on NASDAQ. If that's this year, then it is. But as I've said to you before, the key thing for us is to build a company and build a business on a solid foundation. And if the way things fall, then and it's this year, then so be it. But we've had a pandemic. We've had a tragic war in all our midst. And we can't allow for things that we can't allow for. Having said that, what we can do is commit to our shareholders, and anybody who wants to be a shareholder, within Greenbank Capital, is that we will be constantly focused, constantly committed, and constantly prepared to communicate, talk to anybody about what our strategy is. And yeah, we're excited. We mean what we say, and we're absolutely confident we're going to deliver it.
Well, Terry, thanks so much again for coming on.
Thank you. Good night.